bushy blonde hairdo, serving USA.
What about you here in Wimbledon? You are a tennis fan.
Why am I a tennis fan?
No, are you?
Yes. Are you?
Yes, a lot.
So we already have something in common?
What is the first great champion you have loved in tennis?
Personally or
As a fan.
as a fan?
Yeah.
I don't have one. I have a lot, many.
Tell me some.
Martina Navratilova, because she changed the game of women's tennis. She, I think, was the first one to serve and volley. Borg, because I think Borg was the first one to use topspin. Jimmy Connors, because I think he was the first one to give his finger to the referee. And he played every ball like it was the end of his life. And he became a friend.
Oh, you're a friend?
Yeah.
Oh. And what about you?
From before you were born.
What about you as a tennis player? You play tennis, you are a
Yes.
seven baller. What?
I haven't played for a few years because I injured my rotator cuff. But was I a serve and volleyer? Well, it depends. In doubles, of course, but not in singles, no.
If you have to make a movie about tennis player, who you will choose? One story. Who you will pick?
Either who I would be,
Yeah.
either Serena or or her sister.
I need to get some character.
Jimmy Connors, when he served 85 miles an hour. The Williams girls serve about 120 miles an hour. So that's how the game has changed.
Who do you think will win this year after Nadal defeat? What do you think about Federer, about Djokovic?
I have no feeling because, as we saw with Nadal in tennis, number 500 can beat number 1 at any given time. It's and I think it's the only sport. Do you play tennis?
A little bit.
A little bit. You play? You play?
Yep.
I think it's the only sport in which you can get less points than your opponent and win the match.
And win.
Yeah. So and it usually matters about 3, 4, 5 points to decide a match.
What about you? Your work? Are you working at some movies, something new?
Yes. That's why I'm in England.
Oh. Shall we tell us something? What is about?
It's a film called Quartet, and I'm just finishing it now. I directed it, and it'll come out at the end of the year.
What is the sweetest memory of your career
What kind of career?
as an actor?
Life career? Probably being born is not bad. Of my career?
Yeah, the movie you have loved the most.
I don't have a movie that I love the most. I've been asked that question a lot. I don't have one. I think that I started studying acting when I was 18, and I was a very bad student all my life. I failed every subject. My brain was not for that kind of learning. And I had an acting teacher that I respected and that everyone respected. And I was about 18 years old, and he said to me, "You have talent, but you have to wait about 12 years before anybody's going to know it." And he was right. So he says, "You'll wait tables until you're 30," and I did. So then he believed in me.
One last one is about
Excuse me, but
Italy.
I have to blow my nose because every
Love
time
it.
I tell that story, I get very emotional. Dab my eyes, sorry.
One last question is about you and Italy.
Yes.
What is your feeling about Italy, about Italian cinema, about Italian director? I don't know.
I think the most exciting, the one thing about cinema is that it's maybe the youngest art form that we know. It's only about 100 years old. And sound film started about 1930. So that's less than 100 years. And for me, one of the most exciting things about cinema was the Italian new wave that started after the Second World War, where the directors had no studio, no equipment, no actors, and they made films like The Bicycle Thief and Shoe Shine. And I can tell by looking at you that you haven't seen them, and you're Italian, and you better go see them, because they were brilliant, and they were just, I mean, it had so much energy and so much, and it gave a lesson. It taught us a lesson, is that if you have the will, you don't need anything else. And they still today are, those two examples are two of the greatest films since the beginning of film. But Italy ho lavorato in Ascoli Piceno molto anni fa, il film Finché il divorzio non vi separi. Finché il divorzio non vi separi. Pietro Germi. That's all I know. That's it. And dirty words, but I don't want to say the dirty words.
No. Thank you very, very much.
Grazie mille.
May I ask you a couple of questions?
If everybody had an ocean across the USA, then everybody'd be served like California. You'd see them wearing their baggies, Warachi sandals too, a bushy blonde hairdo, serving USA.